Hi, everybody. Russ and the West End Network. Hope you are all safe and well. A little bit of an unusual setting today. Unfortunately, I had to dive into my office very, very quickly to do Hammers headlines today. That's how much we we have to move our life around sometimes. These things. Anyway, if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, and give it a bloody good subscribe. Apologies, it's a bit dark and it is very much shining off the top of my head. But anyway, I bring to you the Hammers headlines for today, the 29th, almost the end of June. Almost the end of June. 3 stories as always. Anton did a bit of a roundup of all the hot transfer topics that have been happening in the last sort of 24, 48 hours with his daily show today. So check that out. And as I said, I bring you 3 stories. The first one involves, we've been talking about a lot of ins, but we're going to talk about an out potentially. Is Issa Diop going to be shown the door? According to L'Equipe in France, Lyon is close to, is hoping to close a deal for the West Ham centre-back, Issa Diop. And negotiations have intensified somewhat in recent days, maybe in part to the signing of Aguerd potentially, with the likes of Aguerd, Zuma, Craig Dawson, Bonner. Issa is almost 5th choice now, in essence, isn't he? So obviously he was one of our most expensive signings when he signed for £22 million in 2018. And, it's fair to say his performances have been somewhat patchy over the time. Now with Aguerd coming in, obviously his position is up for debate potentially. The former French under 21 player hasn't been a total disaster at all. In fact, there's been some great patches. Remember when the game against Man United when Jose Mourinho called him a monster, and well done to anyone who scouted him. So I think it would be to everyone's interests if potentially he moved on to sort of restart start the next chapter of his career, and maybe France is where to go. Monaco are also looking at him as well, and if we can recoup some of the money we spent on Aguerd, then that seems to not be a bad deal and suit all parties really, because you don't want someone like Issa Diop who's clearly, he's 25, he's just coming into his peak. You don't want him to having to on the bench off potentially. So we'll see what happens, Issa, but it's going to be interesting. But that could be one out. One in terms of a boost in our pursuit for Broja from Chelsea. Chelsea overnight made an official offer for another West Ham target, Rafinha, I believe to around £65 million, which is what Leeds were asking for, which gives West Ham significant hope in our pursuit for Broja. Obviously, he's an academy, as a graduate from the Chelsea Academy. He's been heavily linked to a move to us. We know that Moyes is very keen about the player. He's obviously attracted interest from the Hammers as well as potentially going back on loan to Southampton as well. And for me, it's, Darnesh is saying that we're looking at him 25 to 30 million quid. They've been basically saying we haven't put a formal bid in just yet, but apparently it's imminent. And there was belief that Tuchel might reject an initial bid as he wants to take a look at Broja in the pre-season for Chelsea, which is fair enough, really. However, recent developments with the official bid for Rafinha, as well as them pursuing Raheem Sterling potentially, Richarlison was in the reports today, and Ousmane Dembele from Barcelona. If they signed Rafinha, Chelsea, maybe one more, surely that would reduce Broja's potential to get first team football. So it may accelerate the process of Broja coming to West Ham maybe a little bit faster than it would do. Also add people like Timo Werner and Havertz and stuff like that. And also it looks like that Tuchel isn't going with a big number 9. Obviously with Lukaku being shown out the door as well. So maybe for the Slough-born Albanian, if he wants to get as much playing time as possible, then West Ham would be his best chance potentially. And finally, a whole host of clubs now apparently are after Josh Brownhill from Burnley. It's a 7-horse race, apparently. That's according to a report from 90 Minutes, who claimed that the Hammers face competition from Southampton, Everton, Leicester, Wolves, Leeds, and Brentford for his signature this summer. According to the report, the Hammers are battling 6 other Premier League sides for his signature. He would be a very useful addition to a Moyes squad. I have no doubt about that. A very tenacious tackler. He has this knack of intercepting passes and intercepting balls, interrupting opposition play. It's exactly what we want. A good blocker. Last season, the 2021 season, he had 69 interceptions in 33 league games. And that was only just behind Southampton centre-back Jan Bednak. Last time he finished 4th on the list with 68, and he also bagged himself 2 goals and 3 assists in 35 Premier League appearances for the relegated Burnley side. He's hardworking, and that's what probably appeals to Moyes most. The fact is he's going to put a shift in. That will probably appeal to us as fans. He's not going to be a household name, but he's going to be a great squad player if we got him in. Particularly the age of, I think he's 26, 27, something like that. Perfect age for him to come in and go into the next stage of his career as well. He actually rejected a move apparently to West Ham in 2020, but it now seems to have gone completely full circle. And if we do get him, I wouldn't be too unhappy at all, because I think he'd be a really useful addition to the squad, and that's what we need. We need additions to the squad to improve the squad. And that's it. It's a short one today because I've got to jump into another meeting. But I wanted to bring you 3 stories, and I want you to bring you the Hammers news. So anyway, let us know in the comments what you think. What do you think about Broja? What do you think about Brownhill? What do you think about Diop? Would you be sad to see Diop go? If it means we can recoup, a large chunk of the Aguerd money, I'm not so adverse to him going at all. I think centre back is one of those, particularly the likes of Alese, Baptiste, and we're still being linked with other centre backs as well. So it's an area I think we've got a plethora of players, which is quite a long word for me. And that's it, my friends. Take care, stay safe, wash those hands, stay lucky, stay cheeky, stay hydrated. Make sure you watch, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell notification as well, because you may be coming from a special place for our daily show tomorrow. Say no more, say no more. And until next time, cheerio for now, friends. Bye.